Oh, hello, everyone. Hey, Kane, how are you?
I'm good. What's going on, Lisa?
Hey, welcome everyone to today's webinar hosted by Kane. We're excited to have you here today. Thank you for that great smile as always. So, when you guys filter in, why don't you give us a shout out in the chat? Make sure you can see and hear us. My name is Lisa Malice. I'm part of the team here at Photo Day. And this is Kane Sampson. He is one of our Photo Day trailblazers, an early adopter of Photo Day, and has really been making waves across the volume sports industry. And we're really excited. I've got to witness his personal and professional growth firsthand, him and Lauren both. You guys are a dynamic duo, and it's actually been really fun to watch you guys go through all the steps and just accelerate your growth. And now you're sharing with the industry everything that you've learned.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's been really great. So just some housekeeping here. By the time when Kane and I, when we're speaking and when we actually see you pop up in the chat, it's about a 10-second delay. If at any time you lose sound or video or something freezes, you can just go ahead and refresh your screen. If you're viewing live, you should have a little refresh or reconnect button. And then Kane, if something happens to you and I'll just go ahead and refresh it and we'll be able to see that from the chat, or somebody will blow up my phone and text me or something. I got you.
Oh, man. Okay.
Awesome. But yeah, well, I'll go ahead and without further ado, I'll turn it over to you. But thank you, Kane, for sharing your knowledge with all of our wonderful Photo Day users. So welcome.
Welcome. I see the people pouring in the chats right now. We're about to get this thing started. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So I am Kane Sampson. You know, I'm just the C and the CL Photos. We based in the Shenandoah Valley in Virginia. We've been doing this volume sports thing for about 4.5 years. For those people that don't know me, a lot of people in the industry, they recognize me for my hustle. You know, some people call me Hustle, Kane Hustle, Mr. Hustle. That's what I do. Like, I hustle, I get to the bag, I get to those contracts, and I make sure all I hear is this sound right here. That's what it's about. One more time. Let's do that one more time. I got to run that back. If you on this PD platform, you know what that sound is. Cha-Ching. That's right. Cha-Ching. That's all we want to hear on this PD platform. You know, Cha-Ching, those PD 100s. We want to see those. We want to keep those rolling in. But basically, yeah, again, so I'm just half a CL. My wife, Lauren, is the other half. She's the machine behind the business. Really, it's not much of a machine because we just use PD. So we just upload those things. So what we're going to do, we're going to get this thing started. And I'm going to just, it's an honor to share this video. You know, I had so much fun doing this, but I got to start it off right. So if I'm not known for, you know, being Mr. Hustle, then I'm known for the get the app guy. If I'm not the get the app guy, I'm going to tell you how to pose guy. So it's only right that I'm kicking this off, that I share this video.
Get the app, get the app, yo, 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 get the app, Fresh on the scene, they got what you need. All you do is photograph your team or your league. With Photo Day, everything's a breeze. Click, 1, 2, 3, say cheese. Forget one pick, now we take them by the threes. No data needed, you just upload with ease. This 2020, not the same as the 80s. Just throw up on the phone, sounds crazy. You should make a switch, yeah, it's about time. Order from your phone or order online. With the Photo Day app, my business going beyond. Shout out to all the trailblazers out there on the grind. When you get the app, yeah, this is what you're getting. Photo Day, board to your phone, that's something different. Live galleries and facial recognition. Find your kids' pictures now with the quickness. Customized clipboard and then they ship it. You should get the app or the phones, just forget it.
Introducing Photo Day, a service that's revolutionizing picture day for today's parents. No more paper order forms. See photos before you buy them. Choose convenient photo packages. customize products and gifts, and track orders right to your doorstep. The best part? All of this and more can be done right from your phone. Are you ready? Simple and convenient. The best studios are powered by Photoday.
Alrighty. Let's get back to this right here. So we back at it, Cha-Ching, man. I like that thing at the end, man. The best studios are powered by Photoday. So if you want a platform, you're one of the best studios. So making sure everybody can hear me. So this right here, we're talking about Cha-Ching. So this is going to be Cha-Ching 101. We got something special for y'all coming after this. It's going to be Cha-Ching 102. So, you know, basically Cha-Ching is about, you got to earn, you got to choose, and you got to invest. So we're going to talk about how to keep the contracts rolling in, how to keep that phone Cha-Chinging, because that's what it's about, especially when we're using the Photoday platform. So you see the graphic, get that money from your phone to transfer to your wallet. So we're going to talk about Cha-Chinging. Y'all ready? Let me check these comments, man. I need to make sure y'all ready here. What's up to everybody in the comments too? All right, so we're going to talk contracts. So right here, I gave you a bunch of little icons. So these icons is basically how we go about getting our contracts. So it's a cycle that we use every time we go about getting a contract. Every time we think about getting a contract in a league, whether it's a school, whether it's an organization, we have a simple process that we do. To us, it's simple. So we was going to roll some dice and play a nice game today, but I said, nah, we're going to say that. That's going to be Cha-Ching 102. We're going to have fun with it, but we're going to start with Cha-Ching 101, and we're going to break down some bases so y'all can start getting these contracts, keeping these contracts rolling in. So I put this together along with my wife, Lauren, and what we want y'all to do is basically take a lot of screenshots so you can have something to go back and revisit, because now we're talking about getting these contracts. Now, I mean, if you're getting them contracts, put like a thumbs up inside the chat in the rack. I'm watching them things, and we're going to move on. All right, so I'm Mr. Prospecting guy. Prospecting is something, I guess, that has grown on me for like the last 3 months. Prospecting. I guess I've been doing it, but I just like the word prospecting. It sounds fancy. You know what I mean? So we do the prospecting thing every day. So by a show of hands, how many people prospecting? Prospecting is key when you're doing this business right here. So we're going to talk about, I call it the grind line, but we're going to call it something else today. We're going to call this like the generator. So we're going to talk about prospecting right here. We're going to slide to the next slide. So this is your generator right here. This is your prospect generator. Part of my phone. I'm from Jersey, so I'm hard-headed. I should have been turned that off. It's a New Jersey thing. Anybody know Lisa? She's from Jersey too. All right, so this is your prospecting generator right here. So the thing about this generator is so we're going to break it down into these steps, because this is some important steps when you're prospecting. So look at this generator, screenshot this generator. And if you got a pen and pad, take notes, because I'm going to say some things that might be handy if you don't already do them. So what you need to do, first thing you need to do when you're prospecting is you need to identify your target audience. You need to identify your target league, your target organizations, your target travel teams, your target schools. You need to identify them. First thing I think about anytime I identify a person is one, Cha-Ching. Can I make my phone Cha-Ching? The second thing is invest. Me, like, what can I invest in them when I look at their page, when I look at their website? But you need to ask yourself these questions like, why do you want that league? Why do you want that organization? You have to understand the difference between needs and wants. Some people just want a lot of leagues, want a lot of organizations, but they really don't need it. You don't need so much of an overflow that you're not getting stuff done. You're not delivering consistent images or doing anything like that. So you have to identify who do you want and why do you want them. That's the first two things I always think about. Well, three things: Cha-Ching, who I want, why I want them, and how can I invest in them? What type of value I can bring to them. So I don't want something that I can't bring my value, or I can't bring my expertise, or I can't bring PD to. If I can't bring them photo day, sometimes I don't want them. I don't need that headache. I'm not trying to move backwards. This 2022. So we're trying to keep everything paperless and online. So the next thing you need to do, if you're not doing it, I'm a photographer. So I know a lot of people in our industry, like we just rip and run. That's what I do. I'm a hustler. I'm ripping and running all the time. But the new way that I'm doing it, we've been doing it, but now I'm more organized. You got to get organized, man. PD got everything organized when you look at your sales and everything come in. So why can't you be organized on your side? Create a list. Anybody, any potential leads or prospects or clients you want to work with, you need to create a list. Don't wake up every morning guessing, saying, oh, I want to work with this one, or how many leagues is out here? How many schools is out here? No, make a list. Do your research, do your homework, make a list, because when you make a list, it makes everything easier, because each day you go out there to try to get something, you know what's there. You already know who you called, who you talked to. You have a point of reference or a person that you talk to, and you can always go back. So it makes it easier on your end. So get organized, and getting organized helps, especially with this part, the competition. That's key. Knowing who your competition is, do your homework. Like if you're organized, you can say this, you write a prospecting list. So your prospecting list is, you can write down the leagues that you have, the schools that you have, or the teams that you have. And you know these certain schools, teams, organizations in the area you in, but you know that it's other teams, other leagues, other schools out there. But the thing that you don't know is who has that contract. So when you get organized, basically what it lets you know is, okay, this contract right here belongs to this person. So you write that down on your prospecting list. The next league, okay, I got that one. But the next league, somebody else has this one. So now what you do is, once you get organized, this is how I would treat it. I would basically say, all right, prospecting list. So I got a list of green, I got a list of blue, a list of red. And I'm doing these because it's like, it's a value tier with me. Like this league brings in more than this one. This is just passive income, and I just need this to control my market. But the thing about it is, it's like when I'm writing down, okay, I contacted Photo Day League today. I talked to Lisa. Lisa told me that she's in a contract for a year. So now what I'm going to do is say, okay, I need to contact them back in a year, but I'm going to reach out to them before that year, because I'm going to make sure I know when photos get delivered, pop up, ask them about their process. And then I'm going to find all the pain points in my competition. But it makes it much easier when you have a whole list and you're organized. Hope everybody's still following. All right, so we're going to slide to the next one. So remember, this is your prospect generator. Prospecting has a lot of parts to it. This is just the generator. We just sticking the key in the ignition. We about to get this thing turned up. But before we do that, hold on. Let me get back to my thing. Before we do that, it's all about that's what we're here for. So now we're talking about communicate. How do y'all communicate to these leagues? How do you communicate to these organizations? How do you communicate to these schools? Because that is very important. Whether you're an introvert, extrovert, you need to figure out how you're going to communicate to your leagues. If you don't like talking, you need to find somebody that's going to do the talking for you. If you love talking, like me, then you always going to be doing the talking, and you're going to be getting those things done. But it's the way that I go about it. And this is the way that I'm trying to show you. Some of you may do this already. But listen, man, we're here to keep the contracts rolling. All right. Take notes. So a guide to communication. This is what we do. The 1 and 2 sometimes vary on the order that I do them. But I'm going to break it down what I do. So the first thing I do is I do a lot of cold calling. When I'm prospecting, I am cold calling. So you need to set a time block. I set 30 to 60 minutes aside every morning. It's something I've been doing for the last, let's say, 3 to 4 months. I've been very hard at cold calling, setting a time block where I can't have no distractions, no nothing, no kids, no wife. It's just time for me to go in and attack. I am in grind mode, prospecting mode. So cold calling, that's how I get a lot of business. It's an old form of communication that we pass up, but it works. Texting is cool, but what I'm here to do is build relationships. I'm here to fill people out. I'm here to, let people know my personality through the phone. So cold calling. If you're not cold calling, start. Get your list, get to it. So the next one, Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger is key. Sometimes I flop that with the cold call in the orders. I may Facebook Messenger person first, then I follow up with a cold call. But the thing I like about Facebook Messenger, and it helps me a lot of times with getting leagues, organizations, teams, schools, is because it's always some type of team I come across or that come across me that say, hey, this might be a page you need to like or whatever it is. So what I would do is I would go there and you have a few touch points on a Facebook Messenger. My favorite is the, hey, is anyone available to chat? I love that. I ain't even got to type it. It's in every organization's messenger. Is anyone available to chat? Once they say, yes, how may I help you? Is this page ran by a coach or a parent? Now what I'm doing is identifying the person that I'm communicating with, because I can tell like where they rank as far as this organization and who I need to get to, because they might not be the decision makers. You got to know who the decision makers is. So basically you got the messenger. Besides the messengers, a few other things that you have up there. You have a phone number. You have a website. So these is a couple touch points that you now have. So when you have that phone number, make that cold call. And you have a website. You go to the website and you get a list of board members. Now, the thing about that I love is I can come in contact with a bunch of people just off of one thing, which is Messenger. So that's key when we talk about communicating and prospecting and getting out there. So I love that aspect, because you need to find out who is for you. That's the biggest thing. Who is for you? I always find out who is for CL Photos. Everybody that says, hey, we're going to pass your stuff along, they don't really pass your stuff along. So you need to find out who is for you. And sometimes that who may be a person that's way at the bottom of the chain. So you need to make them feel important and find out who is for you. The third thing is an email. Whether or not I get a contract, if I land a contract, I always send an email. Thank you. Can't wait to work with you. Thank you for the opportunity. Boom, boom, boom. It's a Jersey thing. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? But if I don't land, I still follow up with an email, basically letting them know, thank you for your time. Hope we can work forward in the future. If things don't work out, then, you know, you can reach out, send me an email, give me a phone call. But, you know, after this right here, if something happens or changes, just, you know, let me know. You promise, you know, I'll be the first person you call. So it's key. I'm touching phone, Facebook, website, email. 4 touch points. If you really out here trying to get these contracts rolling in, you got to hit those touch points. Everybody let me know. Y'all can hear me? We good? Can I get a thumbs up or something? I need to know. All right, we got to be interacting. Coolly. The negotiation. This is where we at right now. How many people out there really good negotiators and close the deals? You know, I walk into a league, I feel like I'm Denzel. It's nothing. Y'all not telling me no. I haven't been turned down from a league yet since I used Photo Day. I just get them all lined up. I don't even focus on products, because products, I talk about this is a lot. You show a bunch of products, you ain't doing nothing but making yourself a commodity. So part of the negotiation is just being yourself. I am myself. I show that Photo Day video. I show the Tell 'em Pose video, which always get laughs. And I let my personality shine with the negotiations. And like I said, I haven't lost a league yet, or I haven't lost a contract yet. When they say, hey, we're going to take some time to get back to you, soon as my wife and I walk out of there, they say, hey, you got the lead. So this is what I'm teaching you. Be you. Learn how to negotiate. So what can you negotiate? When we talking contracts, what can you negotiate? This is what you negotiate right here. And I'm going to teach you how to be successful with these negotiations. These is the main 4 things you need to negotiate when you're trying to get a contract with a league. So the first thing you're going to negotiate is price. Price. What will your price point be? Because it's very important to that organization. A lot of people don't want to admit it, but organizations is just like anybody else. They're always looking for the cheaper bargain, or they looking for the highest kickback if they do commissions in your area. So price always play a major factor, but sometimes you have to, you know, educate your client, your prospect, your league, whatever, your school on, hey, mine's cost this much because of this is what I'm providing. Great customer service, quality product, fast turnaround, whatever. So when you talk pricing, if you're a person that's priced a little bit higher, then you really have to just hone in on what you're good at, because that's the value. You know what I mean? So you have to basically get some real estate inside of their mind to make them think like, yo, they about to give me this value. So we don't need to worry about the cheapest package because our parents is going to be so happy, or our parents are going to be so thrilled, you know, with something new. So price is key. Plus, you need to know if you're a person that take us to number 2, that give commissions, you need to know, like, what are you going to give? Because if you give commissions, then you basically need to add that commission on a base package. So you're getting what you get off the top, and then they just get what they get without affecting your, hold on, without affecting your what? That's right. You can't allow them to affect that Cha-Ching. You want that Cha-Ching to come through, but don't allow them to affect your bag because of commissions, and you start digging in there and you giving them more. So always add, have a base, allow them to add. They get theirs, you get yours. Everybody's good. But if you don't do commissions in your area, that's fine. But you need to know what the standard is in your area, especially when we're talking about commissions, because I've actually taken a league from a person before. I walked in, introduced myself, and next thing you know, I got the league. They're like, oh, we need to help you. They had an attitude because the last photographer had them helping with everything. I'm like, nah, you ain't got to do nothing. You don't have to hand out packages. You don't have to hold a light. You don't have to instruct the kids to come through. We're going to take care of all of that. And then at the end, we gave them a little piece of a commissions, and they loved it. And the other photographer tried to come back. And what happened was he said, I can match the commissions that, CL Photos is giving you. They said, look, you've been our photographer for 5 years. You never offered it. So that's a way of getting in sometimes also, but you got to know what works best for you and what works best for your business. Benefits. So let's talk benefits. Let's think incentives. Like, don't think sell. Like, a lot of people think sell. You don't want to come across as a salesman. You know, when I talk me, I talk the value. It's always about them, the value that I bring, that I can give them. It's about investing in them. I'm not really here to try to sell you nothing. If you think you could find somebody else that's going to do it better, I'm happy with that. Then go with that person. But rather than think sell, think invest. What can you invest into that league? What can you do to make them better, to level them up, to take them from kneeling in the mud by the trees in the old shed that they keep equipment in to having great lighting, whether you're shooting natural, you know, that stuff looking good, or whether you're shooting green screen. And I mean, everything is on point. So think invest, always think invest, because the more you invest in them, the more parents, purchase, the more Cha-Chings you hear, and the more kids begin to fill up that league or that organization because they're like, yo, I want what they have to offer. They getting those cool pictures. We need to go play for that team. And then the fourth thing you need to always think about is terms. What is the terms when you're thinking about a league? How long will you lock them in? Are you doing this league for 3 months? Is this a one-time thing? Is this league like a league that has sports going on every season, like soccer, volleyball, basketball, baseball, soccer, everything, whatever, every sport you can name? Is this one of those leagues? Are you only doing 2 of those sports, then somebody else come in for the other half? Like, think terms. When we talking contracts. If they happy with you, sometimes you got to tell them, stop playing games, man. We ain't got to do this every year. Let's just lock in for 3. Let's just lock in for 2. You know what I mean? So we partners. Think terms. Make it official. You got to make it official. And this is a good reason why we're going to talk about making it official. All right. So this is the reason you need to make things official. And it's very important that you make things official when we talk about leagues. So you got agreement versus contracts. What's the difference? That's what you're thinking. What's the difference? So an agreement is this. They're made to be broken. This is not 1860s. This is not old. That's the old school way. Agreements is the old school way. It's the wrong way. So it's not 1860. This is 2022. Handshakes don't mean nothing in our business, especially volume. I was just telling Lisa before this, I lost the contract because of a verbal. It wasn't no paper there. You need that paper. Why? Because paper holds both parties liable. It's the right way. It's new school. If I don't show up for something, it's something inside of my contract that holds me liable for it. If I got a team, a league, and then they want to let, I state what's in my contract, like, hey, I'm the photographer, only photographer, this, that, and the third, all these teams that's underneath this organization can be photographed by another person. And if they are, then that affects your commissions or no commissions at all. It makes sure that they make sure they say, hey, this is our guy. Don't go nowhere else. I don't give them a reason to, and I'm not going to allow it, because if they branch off, I got that contract. It holds them liable. It's just goods. It's just like playing football, playing basketball. You got out of bounds. It's just to keep the game going. Keep the game going at a smooth pace. That's what contracts is for. Keeping the game going at a smooth pace. You step out of that, then you got to basically regather yourself. It takes a little bit more time. Other team get the ball. I'm not here to allow the other team to get the ball. I'm here to keep the ball rolling on my side. I'm here to keep, hold on, I got to keep this thing open. I am here to keep rolling on my side. Y'all gonna be sick of that sound when I'm done. Yo. So, all right, so we talked about that. We talked about those contracts. But now after you do that, you say, we out with the old school way. We ain't shaking hands no more. And we getting people to sign these contracts. Hey, yo, it's time to deliver, not deliver. I'm from Jersey, so certain things we say is just pronounced wrong, like deliver, like we here to deliver. You know, it's almost sound like dinner, liver. We here to deliver. Water. All right, let me get back to it. So this is what we're here for. We're here to deliver. It's time to deliver. So here we go. Make sure you are right. Make sure you are right. And make sure you cope. So cope, I broke this word down for y'all. So this is what cope means. Take a screenshot of this right here. You might need to like hang this up, you know, put it in your gear bag, hang it up in the office for employees. If you have employees, put it in your office in front of your desk. Every photo shoot, I'm going to just say, make sure you right, have hope, attack that thing with confidence, hope everything go right, because some things could go wrong. Have confidence, but you also have to make sure you cope, especially on the platform that we on. Now, I mean, it's photo day. You know what I mean? You got to make sure you cope. So here we go. The C for cope stands for consistency. If I was to say Lisa right now, and this ain't even part of nothing. If I was to say Lisa, just go pull up a gallery right now, then pull up another gallery, then pull up another gallery. Every gallery that I have on the photo day platform, as far as my green screen lighting, consistent. Every image is consistent. Whether it's one kid to 500 or one kid to 200, whether I'm indoor in a gym or whether I'm outdoor underneath a tent or a pavilion. CL Photos, we big on consistency. We big on the consistency with our edits, the way we shoot, we get it right in camera. That's part of our workflow. So C, cope, consistency. You got to have consistent lighting. You got to have a consistent workflow. You can't change up lighting. You can't change up workflow from shoot to shoot. What will you be known for? You got to have consistent galleries, because now parents get to see these images that you're putting online. They get to see before they buy. So if you putting out something that they look in the gallery, especially if it's public, and they like, yo, that green screen one look okay, but that one, why is my kid darker than that one? Or why is this light hitting different? And they not even all the way through the gallery, is something wrong. Employees got to be consistent with those too. You know, you can't be flip-flopping every week different. Nah, let people get familiar with your face. You know what I mean? Because that's part of your brand. You know what I mean? That's part of who you are, who they recognize, how y'all interact every time you go out. And that's key, because people begin to talk, and that creates trust, and it builds a lot of things in your community and with these other people that you're dealing with. So be consistent with all of that, because leagues talk through other leagues, and that's part of your branding. Branding ain't about your logo. It ain't about the PD logo, anything like that on the rack card, whatever. Branding is your business reputation, and your business reputation and what people are saying about you, especially when they can see you, is going to be your lighting, your workflow, was you organized and efficient, your galleries, and your employees. All right. So now let's go to the O and Cope, your ordering systems. Shout out to Photo Day. They make it so easy. It's a breeze. Now, I mean, they make sure I could do it with ease. Had to put a rhyme in there. So shout out to Photo Day. Shout out to White House. Love White House. Shout out to everybody over there. Love them. Love the graphics. Love how everything is just so modern and edgy. Shout out to every lab. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, but shout out to White House. Those are my guys and gals over there. You know what I mean? Shout out to them. So next one we're going to talk about is the products. Like, make sure your products is quality. Don't just choose stuff because it looks cool, because if it ain't selling, you might have to go back and readjust that. Make sure it's quality. Make sure it matches what you're putting out. If you're edgy, make sure you got edgy products. Don't grab something because somebody else do it. No, it's all about you. You know what I mean? Photo, they allow parents to customize galleries. They allow you to customize your products and stuff too that you sell. Make sure it's about you, and you. All y'all in the comments. And then style. Like, what's your style? It should represent you. Now let's get to this E right now. So we're going to talk about the experience. Man, what type of experience are you offering your customers? You know, when we're talking about contracts, is it something that's like memorable? That's what we want. We want an experience that's memorable. We want something that's fun. We want something that's quick. We want something that's organized. And on every shoot, we be us. I am that goofy guy. I'm playing with the kids. I'm telling them, hey, step on my mat 3 times, look into the light above your head. And once you hit it that 3rd time, that camera gonna flash. And then they hit that thing 3 times. And then next thing you know, the camera don't flash. I'm like, I got you. And I get a natural smile or something, take that, give it to them, whatever the case may be. Or I get coaches that come in and I'd be like, hey, coach, listen, all the other coaches, they just got done dancing. They said you was going to dance for me. Let me see a little move real quick. And then I get them dancing and they were like, oh, boy, I'm going to kill you. Boom, boom, boom. But that's me. I bring me because me is part of my experience. I try to remember names because I love Starbucks. They write my name on a cup every time I go. Caramel macchiato for Kane. Yes. You know, so it's all about the experience. That's why people love Disney. It's the experience. It's the magical wonderland. What are you to your leagues, to your organizations? That's key in getting these contracts. If you're the paparazzi studio, you won't be getting nothing. So think about that. We back. Since y'all saying y'all will never get tired of this sound, we are back. I got it. Cha-Ching. Cha-Ching, man. That's what this whole thing is about, because the contracts allows that phone to go cha-ching. And then again, that cha-ching goes to your wallet. But I had to come up with an acronym for cha-ching. So every time y'all see cha-ching, y'all going to think of cha-ching difference. So here we go. The cha in cha-ching means this. When you're thinking about leagues, you're thinking about contracts, and you're thinking about schools or how you're going to get them. This part is for the organizations. This part is for the leagues. This part is for the schools, right? The cha is always for them. You have to communicate and help them achieve something that they didn't know they can achieve. So remember that. The cha is for them. You have to communicate, help, and achieve. But it's all for them. You're communicating to them what you could do. You're going to help them on where they lack, and you're going to help them achieve greater results than what they had before. Now, the ching part, that's on you. You have to be consistently, hustling, being innovative to get that new growth. Because if you stand at a standstill, you're not going to get that cha-ching rolling. It's not about having one league. It's about how to get the leagues and these contracts rolling in. That's what cha-ching is for. Earn, choose, and invest. How to keep the contracts rolling in. Again, man, this is cha-ching 101. Wait till we get the cha-ching 102. It's going to be extra fun. We got something planned for y'all. But remember, you have to consistently hustle, be innovative, and then you have to get some new growth. All right. So I'm gonna jump into something real quick, something that's innovative real fast. We're gonna jump over real fast. All right. Boom. All right, so we back. So that's the innovative part. And the crazy thing about that is the biggest part of the video was cool, but like showing all that, trying to be innovative. The best thing about that video was that CL Photoz at the end of the video. That was the best thing. Why? Because other people will see those videos and then I will get those contracts. It's all about communication. It's just a different way of communicating. It doesn't always have to be a call. It doesn't always have to be a Facebook Messenger or email. Figure out a different way to communicate. I don't care if you got to put a letter inside of an eagle's claw and whatever and get that thing mailed. Figure out something, but it has to be true to you. I used to rap. My wife used to record my music videos. That's what she did. She's video, I'm audio, and we make it work. We bring our old talent into this. So we always try to figure out a way to be innovative. You know, you have to do that. Cha-chings and contracts come off of doing other things too. So always remember that. All right, make that money, honey. All right, here we go. That's probably like some of the guys you work with your wife or stuff like that. You know what I mean? Make that money, honey. So this is what this is about, how to make that money. So we're talking about online sales, photo day, year-round profits, getting to that bag. I said, what we doing? We are getting to that bag. That's what it's about. Hold on, we doing what? Getting to that bag, man. Photo day, year-round profits. Good thing about photo day is it's not a one and done. It's not a paper. I put it out, one pose, you done. You call me. I got to dig through the crates, through the file cabinets. No, it's one and done. You take that picture, post that gallery. That thing is up there and it lasts. Parents buy. Let's say they forget. It's okay. Because photo, they're going to send out an email anyway. I mean, a text. That text, boom, your pictures, boom, boom, boom. Holiday going on. We're going to discount something. Keep that money rolling. Keep that money, honey. Make that money, honey. All right, so let me stop now. Year-round profits, photo day. Know what I mean? White House. Shout out them. Keep me looking good. Number 2, hype videos, creative shoots. It's something I've been doing lately. If you haven't seen me, basically go to my page, Hustlers Mentality, and you can see some things up there, whether it's the little take the throne shots I've been doing at the end of a shoot, or whether it's a video or a lot of content. All that is helping me make that money. It's helping me get that cha-ching, because it's helping me to get in front of those leagues like I never could before. And if you're not a person that do this, like I said, figure out a different way to do it. All right. So this will put you above your competition. So you got to figure out what's your competitive edge. Like, I know what's my competitive edge in my industry. You know what I mean? I try to share that with the industry a lot. The hip hop stuff, the slides and music and all that type stuff, the trend. Like, I try to share what we do. So this is what we do. Find your competitive edge. All right. The next one, you got to stay active. It's a game. Roll a dice. You got to stay active on social. You know what I mean? The more you post, the more you are seen. You have to stay active on social. But the biggest thing about social, I'm going to say it here first. Do not get on social and look awkward. It has to be natural. Don't jump on TikTok, start doing all these crazy dances if you got 2 left feet or if you have no rhythm at all. Don't let somebody turn you into a meme. We might have to make that a photo day thing. The next thing is, if you're comfortable on Instagram, bang out Instagram, go hard at it. If you're comfortable on Facebook, stay on Facebook, make that work. All right. Because you need to know where your traffic is coming from. That's the key to all of this. Where's your traffic coming from? And how are you using these social media platforms to get contracts? Which social media platform is working for you? Once you find that out and you figure out a way to like streamline that stuff to get it in front of your targeted audience and your prospects, you're good to go. The evaluation process. So I need to make sure y'all still in these comments. Y'all still here? Let me know, man. How many of y'all do an evaluation after a shoot, after a league day, yearly? How many people do evaluations? Because in Jersey, we got a saying, hustlers, we always say, like, all money, not good money. Just because you got a league, all money, not good money. Remember, earn, choose, and invest. You have to choose wisely. You could choose a league, and that league may lack communication. You get no cha-chings. You know what I mean? So it's all about that. you have to do an evaluation. You have to, one, see how you performed, how your crew performed. Make sure every time I come down on my biggest critic, I'm hard on myself. My wife became, it's okay. It's okay. I'm hard on myself, but that's my way. I'm Kobe. I'm Jordan game 6. I'm hard on I'm an athlete. You know, I used to play basketball, football. I'm an athlete. So everything, my competitive edge kick in and I want to do better. But it's about what we do. If we was 5 minutes behind, I got to make sure next time we right on time. If I fell back, how to get caught up, or if we didn't pass out rack cards, then it's like, nah, we got to correct that next time. Or we passing out rack cards, but how can I get more business off a rack card to get more cha-chings, to get more of a word out? We got to add better graphics to these cards to show more of what we do in our portfolio. Or how did the league communicate? So boom, if the league didn't communicate well, they get like a 1. Was everything organized on their behalf? Did they post what I told them to post? They get a 1. Like if they only getting 1s and I'm not getting cha-chings, I don't need to work with them, because that bad business will actually harm your business, because it don't look bad on them. It looks bad on you. All right. So here we go again. How did the process go? Screenshot that. What was the projected money? You know what I mean? Like, what was the projected money that you made from that? How was the league? And this is key. Y'all have to learn. This is the 2 things. Either you're going to roll out the red carpet for a league because they was just that good, and you like, yo, we're going to do this again next year. So we're going to roll this red carpet out for you. Or basically what you're going to do is you're going to blacklist them. It's like high school back in the day when you try to dump somebody before they dump you. We're big at that. I'm going to dump you before you could dump. It's no. You don't understand. This is CL Photos. When we pride ourselves in creativity and quality, speed and efficiency, great customer service. If I can't get no communication from you and you're making my brand or our image look bad, I got to get rid of you, because that one link could be the reason that everything snaps for you. It could be the reason that you're not getting contracts, because leagues, parents talk. All right. So sometimes you just got to let stuff go so you can grow. You don't allow that Vine to kill business. You know what I mean? You got to let stuff go so you can grow. So always do an evaluation after every shoot. I want to start seeing these things posted in the PD uses after this. You know what I mean? So let me know. All right. So now we about to get to a point where we're about to wrap some things up, but I want to show you something else too. Before we get out of here, I want to show you something else before we repeat, because this is just more content, right? Let's get to another video.
CL Photos, we not your regular. We stay 10 steps ahead of vodka. Look at their work, look at their work, look at our work and how we measure up. We can really show you how to level up. It's time to make that switch. If you're a photographer, not taking pics like this. Click. I'm so big on my wrist. Yeah, I said, I'm so big on my wrist. I'm talking seasoning. If you looking for that flavor, that's when we come in. CL Photos for the easy win. Because now, don't wait until your season in. Yeah.
I just like this.
All right, so we close to wrapping up, but I wanted to show y'all that video because it's still more content, more ways to stay in front of those leagues, those kids, just meeting them where they at. You know, that's the key thing, meeting them where they at, making them feel cool. A lot of times we use the kids from the leagues, from the schools or whatever, so it highlights them. And also, I never plug myself, but at the end of the day, like, if you don't rap, you ain't an extrovert, you don't have skills to create a video or something like that, holla at me. I can custom write you a song for your business. Go to my website, you know what I mean? CL Photos, .com, look up under photographers, and I think it's like marketing stuff. I will custom make you a song for your business, for your area. We could chop up a video for you, whatever the case may be. if you don't do well with the content creation, anything like that, and want to be seen. All right, so now we're gonna wrap this thing up. And if y'all still here rocking with me, y'all in the comments, come on, let me see something. Say hi to me. Put some fire emojis. I need something. I need to know how I'm doing here. I need to know if I'm boring y'all or whatever the case is. All right, so rinse and repeat. When we showed y'all that thing in the beginning, now it's time to repeat. You have to repeat this in order to keep those contracts rolling in. You have to repeat these cycles every time. So we started off with the prospecting. We started off with the communication. Then we went to the negotiation. Then we went to basically signing that. Then we went to deliver. After the delivery, everything we went over, making your list, all that type stuff. You have to repeat it. You can't do one contract, one league, one way, then go somewhere another day and then do them the exact opposite. This wheel that I showed y'all, this is basically so y'all can repeat that. You know what I mean? If somebody hit me with something like, look, I bet $20 you can't do that again. I'm from Jersey. We used to hear that a lot. Man, I bet you $5 you can't do that again. I guess that's why my whole mind state is the way it is, because I always had to prove to people, I bet you I can do that. You tell me I can't dunk, I'm going to try to dunk, and I'm going to dunk it to get that money. So, it's not a betting game. Nah, this ain't one of those type games. This is this game right here. Hold on. Oh, I ain't never come back. I'm just talking. I hope y'all can hear me. That whole repeat thing. Y'all heard me? Let me know. But this is one of these games right here. This is the Cha-Ching game. I don't want to bet you can't do it again. I want to bet you can do it again, because we all PD users on this platform, especially if you're in this webinar. So I want to bet that you can do it again. So we talking green screen, whatever the case may be, make sure you're consistent. If you natural, make sure you consistent. Make sure you prospect, and make sure, like I said, you communicate and you're closing, you're signing the deals, you're delivering, you're doing your evaluations. Keep doing it and make sure you stay doing it. It's important. So if you need help, you know what I mean, with the lighting, I'm here. I'm consistent. Like I said, I could say, Lisa, drop some images right now. But what we're going to do is we're going to plug in and we're going to say shout out to the Rise homies, the Rise workshops, what we got coming up in July. And you can get some education there, So get the green screen set up and all that good stuff, consistent lighting, learn more. So tune in.
Yeah, thanks, Kane. I actually just posted the link for the Rise workshops if anyone wants that in their offers.
Word.
So that is there. I know you got some early bird pricing happening for that.
Okay, coolie. Seeing the comments, contracts, all that good stuff.
Looks like you got a demand for sample contracts. You got that on your website?
Nah, I got a prospecting thing on there, but I might have to put something up there for the contract and let people just go in and customize it for themselves.
Yeah, it's awesome. Great information, Kane. Very inspiring and motivating. I think we all had a sales lesson. Wake up and we better start working harder.
Right. It's June time. You do a pitch to a lead. Are you showing them actual physical products? Was it everything on paper, like catalog to them, look over, follow up? How do you create sample products if you haven't done a team before? I can answer that.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So when I make a pitch to a league, I definitely have a few sample products from my White House. I definitely have a few sample products from them to show them. But I always tell them that's just there to fill. I'm not here to sell that. I sell the app because my images is on the app. So I say, listen, I need everybody right now. You got a cell phone, pull out your cell phone, text 90738, and here's this code. And basically I give them that access code and they hit it. And more than likely in my area, I'm probably one of the first or probably one of the only ones really using the platform, using Photo Day. So when I get them a text and everybody's phone go, boop, bing, 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 bing. And they like, wow, this is crazy. And then they start scrolling, they see prices and they see it could be delivered. I don't need a product. You get what I'm saying? I don't focus on a product. Like I always tell people, you got to realize that you are the product. When I go, it's about me being goofy. And then to enhance that experience, I hit them with the Photo Day app. So that's all I really need. And if you don't have teams and you need to create sample products, it's something like this. Why spend money when you don't have to? If you need a sample product, only thing you got to do is take sample pictures and then make a gallery on photo day. And then that way, when you go to leagues and you need to show them something, you just pull out the phone and say, here's my images right here. You don't even have to pay money. Basically, you can just get your gallery right there, and that's your products. But you're the product. Products, don't show products. Another person that come for a contract, they come in there with products also. So that's that commodity thing. You are the product, and photo day is the enhancer to basically help you do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think even Joanne's question too, I mean, just outsource, do free pictures for a local team in exchange for a model release and make your sample images.
Mm-hmm.
And meet some people. It's a great way to meet people.
Yeah, and that goes a long way too, because if you do some sample images, Hustle is big on samples. You give out samples that get word of mouth going. And if you do a great job, especially for a league that you're after, and then they have something else, and then you come with this, you got that wow factor. You get what I'm saying? It makes you a little bit more closer because one of those parents or two of those parents trusted you enough to photograph their kid. So, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Kane, do you make custom contracts for each organization depending on what they want? Or do you have like a base one you use and you kind of modify it?
Yeah, so we basically have a base one, and then we modify it on the amount of commissions they want back, or if it's an incentive that we're doing instead of a commission. So everything has their own lines, and we just subtract or add.
Yeah. We used to do the same thing. So once you get a base contract in there, you can just kind of mold it to whatever you're doing.
Yeah, it's about consistency. Still like the workflow. Keep it simple. Ain't no need of writing a whole new one up. Nah, just change the line, subtract and add.
Yeah. Do you do 1-year contracts or do you do multi-year contracts?
For the most part around here, everybody does a 1 year, and we constantly get the 1 years. But what we're starting to do now is we're about to start changing those 1 years into multi-years, basically, especially with the organizations that we've been shooting for 3 years, 4 years. Like, why change? I mean, but board members change all the time, and I ain't got time to chase them down. If you like what you're getting, let's lock in.
Yeah. Hey, I was going to bring something else out. I took all kinds of mental notes listening to you for the last 53 minutes, but so one of the questions that I had observation and question, just to bring to light, a lot of when a new studio signs up to use Photo Day, and because it's completely online, or if you're coming from paper forms, a lot of the concerns that we have right up front are like, oh, the people in my area, it's rural. They don't, they're not going to be able to order online. You're pretty rural, right? I mean, you're in the mountains.
We are as rural as it can get, but I'm gonna share something. I'm glad you brought that up, because we rural as can be. This morning, I went to sleep at 3 a.m. I woke up at 7 a.m. from a friend in New Jersey. He called me because of, I don't know if people know the rapper Pusha T, but he was the guy that did the McDonald's jingle a while ago. And now Arby's hired him to do a diss track to the McDonald's fish sandwich. And he said it reminded him of me because of the raps we do. And we got to talking, and he started talking to me. I wrote it down this morning at 7 a.m. He's brought up Apple. He said Apple was able to create generational users by creating products and then products and products. But what they're doing is they're creating generational users. They're changing the mind of a person. The younger they get, and they're making things more hip, and they keep doing it rather than have the same product. And we got to that because he's an Android user, or he's a Windows guy and I'm a Mac guy. And he was like, oh, you cool Apple people. That's what Photo Day is. It's about creating generational users, because at the end of the day, our clients is getting younger and younger and younger and younger. So now what we're doing is we're training them. And every time you guys come out with a new update, now we're able to say, look, here go another appetizer. Try this one. Here go another one. And we catering to what they want rather than just doing something we want. So I took that note at 7. I'm like, I'm going to use that one because That's what we're doing. We're creating generational users. So being in a rural area, you just got to start conditioning them. Sales may drop, but then they're going to get used to it. Then it's going to come back. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Michael said his town has 9,000 people in it, and they just got their second spotlight. Photo Day has been very well received. That's awesome.
It is. You got 9,000. We only got 2,000 people in our town with one stoplight, $1 store, and what? One gas station.
Sounds like where I grew up in South Jersey.
Yeah. And our internet is like dial-up. And they just got street signs a couple, probably like 15 years ago. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. That is definitely crazy. Well, you guys have any more questions for Kane? I think we're going to wrap this up. He's right at about an hour. So I know you're hustling and busy on your time. You probably got kids to take care of, dinner.
We got to shoot. We got to shoot to do a makeup. So we're about to do a shoot. I'm about to ask the hotel, look, y'all let me use the office for the webinar. Can I use it to do a makeup shoot?
There you go. Sweet talk, Kane.
No, he's not going to get fed.
Yeah, you got another question. Do you expire your galleries or leave them open?
Man, we leave those things open. Why turn off the faucet when the money could keep coming in? We leave them open. So I think we started off before we expire something and threatening, like, nah, we just leave those things open. They're going to leave them open. That's just our way of doing it. Sometimes we get money coming from old stuff we ain't even expect money to come from. But if we would have closed them, we wouldn't have got it. So leave that thing open.
You never know when somebody's going to get paid or when they finally have money to make that purchase. And if you expire a gallery, then, you missed your opportunity without even knowing it.
Yep. Leave them open. Let the faucet run. If you close it, I got to close with this, though. If you close your gallery, then you can't hear.
Can't hear the cha-ching.
That's right.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Kane, and thank you everyone for attending today and for your questions and all that good stuff. This was recorded, so we'll go ahead and post this as a replay. The link for Rise, if you guys are interested in signing up for Rise, when is that? July?
Yeah, Rise is July. Don't ask me on the spot about the date because I can't remember, but follow the link.
Yeah, I think it's like 12th. Right. Is it 12th, 13th, 12th?
Is it the 15th through the 17th? Something
15th through 17th. Yeah, I know. It's like right between Caitlin's birthday, my daughter's birthday. Middle of July.
Yeah. All right.
And that'll be in Orlando. So easy to get in and out of. Yes. Thank you guys for tuning in today. And thanks again, Kane, for your time and your knowledge and your just openness and willingness to share with everybody so we can all get better together. So that's great. And thanks again. We really appreciate it.
Thank y'all.
All right. Bye, everyone.